When we pulled into your driveway, I saw your mom. She was leaving. We were getting here, and I recognized her from WWE TV.
Yeah.
Obviously, there was that segment where Brock Lesnar.
She's a talent.
Yeah, she's
a talent. Amazing.
Brock Lesnar beat you up in front of your mom.
And my brother and my grandmother.
Right. Yeah. Now that you're a father, how do you look at that segment differently? Because you bled a lot.
I feel bad. I feel bad for my mom. And she was such a pro. Like, how can you sit there in the front row and watch this, even if you know that it's scripted, even if you know that it's coming? And she knew everything that was going to happen. She had her cues, except for the blood. She did not know about the blood, and she was pissed. So
you bled a lot.
It was the first time I ever gigged.
Is this the scar here?
Yes.
That's a big scar.
Listen, I don't know what WWE was thinking. Let's take a 19-year-old, barely trained wrestler who's only been wrestling for about 6 months, and let's ask him to gig on national television for the first time in his life. What could go wrong? This is what went wrong.
How many stitches is that?
Nothing.
What?
No, I think they glued it up and they taped it up, and I was out partying all night the night that it happened, because it was right here in Detroit, Joe Louis Arena.
Like I watched it back recently, and he hits you damn hard with the chair.
Yeah, that's hard to watch. And that WWE has done a really good job, I think, of eliminating those shots to the head.
Yeah.
Because if you go back and watch the stuff from the 90s or early 2000s, like we're talking about, it's graphic and it's overly done.
Oh, yeah.
To a certain point where you're like, oh, you can't watch it.
Was the blade in your wrist?
Yeah, it was in my wrist tape. Arn Anderson made it for me. I look back like, what was my life? You know what I mean?
Seriously.
Arn Anderson made it for, and then after I was in the doctor's office and Billy Gunn walked in, and if you ever met Billy Gunn, I'm sure you have.
He's been on many times.
He's a giant human being, and he's a teddy bear. He walked in, he took one look at me and goes, "You dumb son of a bitch." I'm like, oh, thanks, Billy. It made me feel good about myself. No, but yeah, so I take the chair shot, and everyone thinks that chair shot was, I don't remember that chair shot even like hurting a little bit. I think because of all the adrenaline and the nervousness of like, oh my God, now I have to get color. We're at Joe Louis Arena, first time I've ever stepped foot in this arena. Mm-hmm. And I'm performing and I'm wrestling Brock Lesnar. And this angle is important because we're trying to get Brock over as a heel. Yeah. And it was hot shotted. It was the last second that day they made the match. I was supposed to wrestle Matt Hardy that night because I was in a story with him. And so so the chair shot happens, and I pull the gig out and I poke and I twist because that's how I was taught to do it. And nothing happens. There's nothing. So I'm like, oh crap. And I feel Brock Lesnar walking over to me to pick me up, and now here comes the shot that we need. So I do it again. Poke, twist a little bit, and I drag a little bit, thinking that'll do it. Again, nothing. Right? So there's nothing. So Brock is literally picking me up at this point, and I'm like, fuck it. I just dig it in my head. I just went like that. Because what else am I going to do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm put in that position, and we need to get this color for the angle. We're at Joe Louis Arena. They're entrusting me to convey the brutality of Brock Lesnar, and this needs to happen.